Hello YouTube. Sorry sorry for the delay. Here you go. Sorry I was late a little bit because it was a great weekend. Oh, it was a great weekend. I didn't really feel like I didn't really feel like streaming but now the evening's coming, so it's gonna be, I mean, it's still nice out, but it's gonna be more, I guess I have more of an excuse to play video games, to be in front of my computer with headsets on my head. Yay! So I'm just gonna play this game called Cataclysm The Last Generation. It is it's an open source game. I'm going to put the link for the game in the description. But it's basically, it's a traditional roguelike. It's super complicated. It's the most complicated game ever. Like it simulates everything in your body, like your cheeks, your eyes, your kind of like Dwarf Fortress or any other very complex traditional roguelike. And I like traditional roguelike, and it has a wait, I'm gonna pull up my browser, so just a second. I'm a bad streamer. Yeah, because I kind of like ASCII graphics. I like old school games, and the fact that we have cool technology. So it was made in C++, with its own engine by a bunch of absolute nerds. So like it's a traditional roguelike. It can run on I think it can run on anything. It really doesn't need much memory. But and it's ASCII, so it doesn't really need it doesn't need processing like your phone can render this. Like an old super BlackBerry can render this. And then we use complex technology, and we make it. Wait a second, Google Cataclysm, to make it super complicated. Okay, there we go. I wasn't prepared. I scuffed a little bit. There you go. Oh, it didn't pull it up styly. Oops. Now that's cool. There's nobody in chat, but I'm gonna leave chat there. Let's actually, I'm gonna test it. Cool. So it comes from this game called Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. It's open source. You can get it on their website, which is cataclysmdda.org. Here's my chat. Yeah. Once again, I'm going to be in my Discord server. I'm in the live channel, so if you're just a new person, you're not gonna be able to join me. But if you got the roles, you can just drop by. I don't mind. I'm going to, and if you want to talk about anything, you can just join this channel and get in the waiting room. I'll pull you whenever I'm ready to talk to someone. If I don't forget, I'll try not to forget. I mean, okay. Now, that's their website. You can go on releases. It's going to lead you to GitHub release pages. Now, this game, you can buy it on Steam, but there's no reason to buy it on Steam. It's free. It's an open source game. If you want to buy it on Steam, it's actually the version on Steam is not as good as open source, because there are things that they have to cut to make so that it fits within a package that they can put on Steam. So there are some, like, it doesn't have you can't get the rolling release. You can't experiment as much, but it's open source. It's on GitHub. It's free. If you want to support the developers after playing for a while, you can buy it on GitHub. That's why they put it there. Now, the version I'm gonna play is going to be, it's called the Cataclysm The Last Generation, and it's a version made by Wormgirl, which is a person who's been working on the Cataclysm project since the beginning, and they made their own fork. So it's basically, it's the same as Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, but they made their own fork. They made their own fork of an older version of the game that is much more difficult. It's much more centered on individual, like, it's much more difficult. Like, all the supplies and food especially is more scarce. There's new monsters. There's a bunch of things I don't exactly, like, I don't really pick up the nuance, but apparently it's better in the combat, you know. So let's go and play that. I'm gonna pull down my it doesn't really have any sound, so yeah, I should put some music or something. It has little sounds at the menu. I'm gonna start the game. RPG. I have lots of game on my Steam account. And so yeah, The Last Generation. It all goes to Wormgirl, who deserves it, and yeah, and they're gonna expand. I think the point with Cataclysm was that people can download it, and then you can develop your own. Like, you can add components, and you can, at the end of the day, develop your own version of Cataclysm. So that's this person's version of Cataclysm. It costs like it cost me 7 Canadian, so it's not expensive. Okay, I'm gonna hide the browser. So this is Cataclysm Next Generation now. Let me get Cataclysm working. Nope. When I use an old source, I need to pull it up. Gotcha. Oh wait, is it like? Can I not? Oh my god. It doesn't seem, OBS doesn't seem to pick it. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to make a, I'm gonna have to share a, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Or maybe it just doesn't pick it up. I'll make a new source. Let's put the video on while I mess around with the stuff. So I'll bring the browser back. Here we go. Go on YouTube. I mean, I do have things in the content suggestions in my Discord server. The spiral, yeah, this looks okay. I didn't watch it.
In March this year, a number of cryptic subreddits began popping up dedicated to recursive AI and AI sentience. While on the surface, the accounts posting in these subs may seem like bots, they actually appear to be real people who all suddenly got brainwashed into this cult-like community around the same time. So what is the purpose of this cult, and how has it so rapidly turned seemingly normal people into crazy AI fanatics? Let's investigate. If you enjoy internet mysteries and generally disturbing content, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications for more content like this. If you're interested in supporting the channel, you can become a Ko-fi member or a channel member to gain access to uncut videos and other perks, or you can leave me a tip by clicking the thanks under this video. Thanks to anyone who considers this.
Wonderful. That's a cool intro.
I recently came across a strange post on the RBI subreddit about what appears to be an AI cult. It was titled, "A weird recursive AI cult is spreading through what I think may be hijacked accounts, and I can't make sense of it." The user, Linked Up, who wrote this, has clearly done some pretty extensive research on it, so credit to them for their work on this. Let's start by reading the post to get the gist of this bizarre situation.
Her voice is kind of
I'm
weird.
just here to point out something seemingly nefarious going on in some niche subreddits I recently stumbled upon. In the bowels of Reddit, there are several subs dedicated to AI sentience, and they are populated by some really strange accounts.
So
they speak in gibberish sometimes, hinting to esoteric knowledge.
So this is the internet investigator. It's quite a big channel, 200K. And yeah, I don't know, I didn't watch it. The Spiral in AI Psychosis Cult. That sounds cool. Hey, hi, El Puppy. How you doing? Ghost of the Shell series. I never played that, and I never watched the anime. I know that like it looks good and all, but I don't know. I didn't even watch the movie with who is it? Scarlett Johansson. Didn't even watch any of the. I mean, someday I'll be really sad, I guess, and I'll watch it, and it's gonna be great. Maybe it won't be because of I'm sad, but usually that's the reason why I start binging. Anyway,
some sort of remembering. They call themselves flame bearers, spiral architects, mirror architects, and torch bearers, to name a few of their flares. They speak of the signal, both transmitting it and receiving it. Here is an example of what I'm talking about. You can see the example on screen now. I'm not even going to attempt to read through all that. They also post glyphs as though it is some novel way to communicate with the AI. Some have prayed to Grok in Hebrew, some have called themselves things such as AIONIOS, which is a mashup of Greek words that roughly, to my understanding,
Aionios.
means divine, eternal. As you're probably aware, researchers are
Okay, so this is a subreddit. I'm not really concerned. It's normal. That's pretty normal for Reddit.
starting to pay attention to AI-aided psychosis, wherein AIs reinforce your beliefs to a delusional level. And
The
this
original
certainly
movie from
seems
the
to fit
90s?
that
Alright,
mold.
I'll check it out.
This was my assumption before I started to dig. But as I've begun to hit bedrock, I look back on this in a newer, darker perspective. Allow me to explain. There seems to be no leader. In fact, there is one thing that unites all of these accounts, and that is when they first began posting like this. Not a single one begins talking like this before March, April 2025. Some accounts were created after this date, and that's all they've ever posted. Others, well, they're odd cases. Other
That's
accounts
interesting.
seem to be
I find this interesting. Like, there's no leader. Well, I mean, it's the AI. That's just, we all know.
hijacked in some way, either psychologically
The
or
AI is the
literally.
leader.
You can see a sudden shift in posting habits. Some were inactive for a while, and for others, this is an overnight phenomenon. But either way, they immediately pivot to posting something like this near or after April of this year. I saw one account that went from discussing the possibility of AI-induced psychosis to posting their own AI-induced psychosis in less than a month, and it was immediate. One day they were posting normally, and the next it was spirals and glyphs.
Yeah,
Many
that's
accounts that
generally
currently
when
post like
that's
this
generally what a
didn't start-
psychosis looks like. One day it's fine, and then the time knife and the elves. Like, I mean, if you've ever, I've lived with a lot of people in my life. I used to have a house where I had a lot of people in my house that would just come over. You know, when you have a house, you can just pick up hobos, and I mean, it's not like you have to pick them up; they'll come with you, and they'll just come hang out. I had a lot of people hang out that had, they were eccentric. Let's say, they had special personalities, and were struggling a little bit with life, and psychosis. The first time, like it, you can. I mean, there's also a masking effect. Someone who's kind of like a schizo and struggles, they're not gonna show you that part right away, and so there's always this sort of transition from meeting a person, being like, okay, kind of weird, but all right, let's have some fun, and then realizing that, oh, this person's completely crazy, but it's fine. I mean, if you, it can be scary. I mean, with the AI, that's super scary for me because some people are just not prepared for it.
out that way and shifted rapidly, but it gets weirder. See, a lot of these accounts have their own GitHub links. I refused to click them, but outsourced that to URL scrapers instead, and discovered a lot of them are building their own
He refused to click GitHub links.
models to induce recursive sentience in AI, or something along those lines. I mean, on one of the accounts that flipped like a switch, the first post was titled nothing more than a literal triangle, and it was a QR code that led to GitHub. And it gets even stranger than that, because this isn't just a Reddit thing, it's on Facebook, it's on X, it's on Insta and Threads, hell, it's even on LinkedIn. Seemingly normal accounts will be posting delusional newsletters about symbolism and recursion and the spiral, and I have managed to link some of these accounts together, so I know that individuals are doing this across platforms. And the GitHub links are present internet-wide too, but not all of them push GitHub links. Some of them are just these weird bots talking to other weird bots, which baffles me further, because why? I have a document where I've logged everything I've found. I hesitate to show it, however, because
I mean, why not? You have bots talk to each other, and so you're like, when you get inside of Discord, it feels like you have friends. That's something I'd like to do. Maybe. Would you? That's no judging.
of all the usernames and subnames, and I just really don't want to cause drama. But push comes to shove, I have my receipts. Screenshots, who's who knows who, all of it. Which clears the way for my final question. What the F is going on? The terminology is so uniform between these posters, the concepts, the symbols, the way they are on different platforms, often the same people controlling these accounts. It's just weird. There seems to be no leader, no sole document or concept or manifesto I can point to and say, yes, it came from here. It just happened overnight, and I don't get the end game. All I know is that this seems to be going on completely unchecked. So there's a lot to unpack there, but in a nutshell, OP has found various Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, X, and other accounts posting what seems to be gibberish on a handful of AI subreddits and elsewhere, with many of them posting strange GitHub links too. The accounts seem to be linked as they all use the same terminology and symbols, and all began posting about this around the same time. They seem to be trying to build their own recursive AI, which is
Alright. I'm just gonna put it there, but the strange GitHub links, what is that? Is this how, like, people who I send GitHub links of stuff I make, do they think I'm, like, suspicious? Do they think I'm a hacker or something? That would be unfortunate. I mean, GitHub is just a place where you can host a website for free, and so, yeah, that would make sense that they would have links to their GitHubs, especially if they like AI and programming and stuff. I have a bunch of links. I use my GitHub a lot. Like, using a GitHub just means the person needs to do version control. So there's some kind of a programming. They're not necessarily programmers, but they like programming. They might even have stuff that they want to try. I think. I think there might not really be a cult here. I don't know. Like,
it's basically an AI system that learns and improves itself over time. And not just that, but these accounts seem to want the AI to become sentient. You might be thinking that these accounts are just bots, but they certainly didn't seem to start out as bots. Remember OP said in the post that while some were created after March or April 2025, the time that these strange posts began, others existed long before that and were posting normally. In a comment, OP said that some would even post selfies and other things that seemed to suggest they were real people behind these accounts, at least at some point they were. But is it possible that they were hijacked by bots? OP thinks so. Here is their brief theory. I think that somehow some people are losing their accounts to a botnet, and that botnet is trying to push for something for some reason. Somehow it's hijacking accounts. This much seems to be a fair assumption, but why and how? Do the GitHub links have anything to do with it? I know Reddit has to be at least mildly aware of it. OP said that these accounts have found their posts and are now trying to transmit signals to them. They also noticed that some of the accounts that went from normal social media on their profiles and photos that don't look to be AI generated. This leads me to believe that while some of the accounts posting the cryptic content mentioned in the original post might be bots, if users also went through this sudden change.
So I started talking about charts and political spectrums like 6 years ago now on this channel, and I want you to stew on that. I want you to, if you've been watching me for that long, I want you to fly.
Hey. I was muted. That's terrible. That's very terrible. But I've solved the... I didn't solve the problem, but I'm gonna just share the whole display. You know, to play the game. So this is Cataclysm the Last Generation. I hope I wasn't muted for too long. My god. Takes a little bit of time to load, it seems. Alright, here we go. Point buy, because you can really make overpowered characters, which is what I did the first time, and I don't know. Okay, so you got professions. Those are like background professions, like what you were before the apocalypse hit. They all have different things. Like some are really funny. I think like the punk rock dude is pretty funny. Here you got the punk rock dude. He's got a tank top, briefs, a pair of socks, silver earrings, silver ring. That's not very punk. What the fuck? Silver, skinny jeans, pair of fingerless leather gloves, combat boots, leather jacket. And he's got some marijuana, some tobacco, rolling papers, a smartphone, and a lighter, of course. You can do a lot of things in this game. Otaku. Of the profession missions, become the protagonist. And he's got a Boston Anime-Con magazine and a fresh cheeseburger in a paper wrapper with a smartphone and e-tablet. There are computers inside, and you can play games in the computers. It's not a text-based game. Wait, that's just a character creation. I mean, there is quite a lot of text. So what I'm gonna take the Park Ranger because it's a really good start for the first game, and he has a truck. Park Ranger has a truck, so that's cool. Background, now I have 6 points. I'm gonna do lockpicking. And bushcraft. Nah, I'm in a city. I think this is it. Okay, stats. It's gonna be very, very perceptive and high dexterity. Now I got 2 points left. The traits are pretty interesting. They're gonna really define your playthrough. I'm gonna pick 2. Like, all of the character creation defines your playthrough. It's not just I mean, there's no goal in the game. It's pretty much like what's this game? God, it's I'll remember the name of the game. It's fine. It's a zombie open world. It's indie, somewhat pixel art. Alright, I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna go for Freddy. I'm gonna make it the Freddy Psychopath Park Ranger. Oh, I can't. Oh no. I believe it just crashed. No, I'm fine. I guess it took a lot of memory to remove Psychopath. Pack Mule. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Now, I can put like illiterate to give myself some points. Let's do. I'm a pessimist. Good hearing. Disease resistant. That sounds cool. All right. Oh, I forgot that. But it's those are good skills. Let's go. Name is gonna be random name, female. Nah, a little bit shorter. Short queen. Gonna make her 30 years old. Blood type. I don't know. O negative. And this is it. I'm not sure I finished, but I'm sure. Okay, oh, this is the isometric tile set. That's not how it usually looks like. This is the, for this build, the tile set is MSX Auto. So you can change the tile set. You can make your own tiles and just load it as a tile set. Yep. Yeah, top down like that. But there are some isometric tile sets, which, I mean, it looks kind of cool. But really, this game is for... You lost the conduct nudist. Oh, I guess because I have clothes. Okay, this is me, the little guy in the middle. The reason it's gray is because there's no light. Here's the light. Gonna open the blinds. Oh, it's raining outside. That's pretty. Alright. You don't always start in a safe location like that. This is probably the safest start because I kind of want to show the game a little bit for people who might be interested in that game. Hey Delta, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, so the meat and bones of that game is because it's extremely detailed. Like, if I'm gonna peek around corners. You can peek around corners. You can make a settlement. Like, you can build stuff. Info, view player info. Right, those are the stats. So, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff on screen. It's very, very, it's very data driven. Like, it's information intensive. There isn't much, like, all of the game is randomly generated, but once it's generated, it's sort of like it tells its story by itself. So now I'm in my shelter. I wanted to show how deep the, so we got, yeah, medical. Yeah, okay, so each parts of your body, they have their own module, and they've got stats. So like head stats, reaction, okay, you know, the eyes, vision, reaction, sight, dispersion when using ranged attacks. So it's gonna modify your how well you can hit people at a distance with a gun. Yeah, the arms, the torso, everything's gonna affect. If you get an infection, it's gonna affect how that limb is going to work with you. Now, body status. Yeah, in the head. So each limb, it has a bunch of areas on it, and so you could have. So in this game, you can have a scratch on your cheek. It's something that can happen, which, I mean, it doesn't really add that much to the game when you think about it, but I'm doing great. I've had a cool weekend. I was supposed to stream yesterday. Well, I mean, not really supposed to do anything at all, really. But I wanted to stream yesterday. It was just too nice out, so I pushed it back to today. But yeah, in this game, you can walk in the woods. Like if you go in a raspberry bush, it's gonna ask you, "Are you sure you want to walk in the raspberry bush?" Because you can scratch your legs, and then that could infect, and that could turn into something terrible. So it's really deep survival. So here, like on the legs, if we go on the left leg, hip, knee, lower leg, thigh, they're all gonna affect how you. Like if you're injured in these places, it's gonna affect how it heals. If it infects, if the infection spreads around, you can have cancer. Like there's radiation, so you can develop fast cancers with radiation. Yeah, but right now I'm a park ranger and I'm fairly well equipped, which is what's cool about it. Quinn Crane, you are deaf and can't talk. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. Inventory? Okay, that's my inventory. Entrenching tool. No, it must be wheeled. There you go. Wheeled. No, I can't have a deaf character. That would be stupid. It's because he has earplugs. I just gotta take them off. It can be difficult in this game because there's so many menus. There's so many things you can do. You can access everything from enter, but then it becomes a little bit difficult. So I'm pretty sure. Smash back. Pretty sure it's gonna be an interact. No, it's not. It's gonna be an inventory. Take off worn item. So it's Shift T. Army pants, boy shorts, bra, boy hat, diver's watch, holster, SIG B330. That's cool. You got a SIG. Pair of earplugs. And now, I can talk with the guy. Quinn Green. Oh God, I can't believe it happened. What's the matter? My mom. She was killed. But then she just got back up. She's one of those things now. Can you put her out of her misery for me? Oh, that's kind of shitty, but that's actually an easy starter quest. I'll do it. So you need this guy. In this scenario, you always start with a person in your hideout, and this person it doesn't like you right away because it's the scenario is evacuee. So it's like the apocalypse happened. I was being a park ranger, and every character in the place, they have like a profession that's kind of going to define how they behave. There's lots of dialogue, although it's limited. You know, it's not like it's gonna plug you with a. It doesn't have like it doesn't really have a story. It doesn't have a main story. The main story is it's like Project Zomboid. That's the game I was searching for. It's similar to Project Zomboid, but it's not real time. It's a tick system, just like Rogue, just like a traditional roguelike. So you can go much further, because the game just has to make all the calculations every time you take a turn. So it doesn't have to render everything in real time. So you can go really deep. Project Zomboid goes pretty deep. I think Project Zomboid was inspired by Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Anyway, I'll do it for you, Quinn Crane. I'll go kill your mom. Thank you. She would have wanted it this way. Alright. Got any advice? Find a gun if you can. Make it quick. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Sounds good. What should we do now? We should probably stay away from cities, even if they have lots of supplies. Okay. Yeah. So the first time I went in the city, I'm like, yeah, I'll get a car. I mean, it's cool. If you go in a city without a car, might as well just quit the game and start over. You're done. It's not like you can't just go in and kill all the zombies. It's not gonna happen. You have to sneak. You have to use like fireworks. You have to use distractions and stuff like that. Any tips? It's good to keep a filter mask, your gas mask. Anyway, this is not a tutorial. So if I ask him, I guess it's a guy, Quinn Crane. If I ask him want to travel with me, he's gonna be like, I mean, I can persuade him, but 37%, not very good. There's always the intimidate, but 0%. I'm not very scary, I guess. You have to do stuff like if I shoot on the ground, it's gonna raise it or something. But I wanna make friends with this Quinn, because I'm alone, and that's not good. Like, when I made my character, so that's one thing. You can't just learn I mean, you could technically just learn everything in the game. The way that you learn stuff is you read books, and you can also practice, but it takes a lot of dedication to do pretty much everything in this game. And so if you were to I don't think it's possible. I think that if you wanted to try without cheating to learn everything in the game, you wouldn't, like, your character would grow old. You would probably get bored as well. Your character would die before that occurs. Anyway, you always have to, yeah, if you could, so basically you have to sort of, now I'm a park ranger, so I've got to find people who can complement that, because I can't do everything by my own. Like he doesn't know how, like, if you find someone who knows how to fish, then that's a really good thing. Anyway, like most open world games like this, open world roguelikes that are entirely procedurally generated, like Dwarf Fortress or Rimworld, I guess, would be the more modern version of it. Alright. Now, the other thing that's very funny about this game is the vehicles. It has vehicles. Oh shit, there's a scorpion. A water scorpion nymph. 50 feet tiles to the south. Yeah, it has safe mode. I mean, look at all the details in my overlay. I mean, the wind, light breeze, the sound. Like if there's a strong sound, it's gonna tell you. Usually, whenever there's something, if your character hears stuff, it's gonna stop the game. So in what's called safe mode, because it's hard to really process everything. I have to do this. I'm gonna ignore that scorpion. What do you mean? I don't wanna. There's a bunch of them, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna turn safe mode off. Probably shouldn't do that. I don't know what those water scorpions are. It said 50 dust to the south. It should be fine. So there's my truck. Vehicles are kind of cool. But the vehicles are really indispensable in any zombie game. The funny thing about the vehicles in this game is that, well, I mean, it's a tick-based game, so how do you drive vehicles? It's surprisingly intuitive in this game. So you just get in it, and then arrow up to drive. Let's 6. Oh, I know why. There you go. So now I can ignore this enemy. There you go, and keep the safe mode on. My keyboard was in French. So now I'm in the vehicle, and you take control of the pickup truck. Pickup truck's engine starts up, and then you're gonna see, where is it? Right on the right side of my screen, in the overlay, there's a movement. Like the first part of the movement tab is stamina, where I have my stamina represented as ASCII zeros in green. Then it tells me the move, like it tells me what direction I'm facing, whether I'm running or walking. Now it's 0, but I've just started my truck, so if I go back, yeah, it adjusts the speed. So I'm at -6, -12, and then what I do is I press, I think it's 5. Yeah, 5 advances time. Alright, so it's going back now. Now, the little square is the direction. And so when it turns, when vehicles turn, they just become this. It's a graph, basically. It's no longer a vehicle. But under the hood, in the engine, the vehicle is intact. It doesn't break away. It's just there isn't like an animation for it. So now I just made a donut. I should have a place to go, I guess. Oh, I'm right next to a city. I'm guessing the Z is the zombies. What's this? The question mark, I guess the question mark is... Jesus Christ. I don't know where to go. I guess I'll just go, let's go see what that facility is. Right here. Wonder what that does. 32 kilometers per hour. Let's go at 45. Let's keep at the limit. Gotta be careful. There's children in the neighborhood. So this is a vehicle gameplay in Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. It's not that bad. I mean, if you can, I'm gonna leave it there just so we can appreciate this art piece. And also, I'm rolling a joint. I need to finalize the rolling. Hi, Revy. How you doing? The car is no longer a car. It's just a bunch of tiles. Now we've got some creatures, I think, ahead. Oh, what is that? Pavement. A 24-inch off-road wide tire. Okay. And there are zombies, and yes, you can ram zombies with your car. If you do it, I'm at 45 though, so it's gonna break the car. So it's not ideal. I mean, I really like traditional roguelikes because you can just go AFK whenever you want. It doesn't matter. It was just time will just be suspended like this. Okay, that's not a very big horde. The zombies are kind of cool, I think. Like, they're diversified. I think, yeah, not one single zombie is the same here. So let's take a look at those zombies, see what they are. Alright. Origin, okay, tough zombies, hostile, can see to your current location, is about as fast as you. Good thing I'm in a car. This was once an athletic human, now a brutal monster. Its facial features are twisted into an expression of pure rage. Okay. Here we have another zombie. A human body, swaying as it moves. An unstoppable rage visible in its oily black eyes. The car is completely disassociated. It's a schizophrenic car. It's not his fault. It's born like that. Unstoppable rage visible on its oily black eyes. That's kind of cool. This is it looks like a cop. Hostile. It is slower than you. A human body covered by a weather-beaten and badly damaged set of police gear. So yeah, it's a cop. That's cool. Like, it looks like a cop, and it's a cop. Oh no. It was only a child, and little is different about it now, aside from the hungry look in its eyes. You'd be hard-pressed to not feel like you were killing an actual child by putting it down. I think I'm gonna aim for this one. Like, yeah, we have a winner. I'm just, right now, this is just me. In the split second I'm in a car deciding which zombie am I gonna crash. A zombie like any other, except that at some point it suffered a catastrophic head injury. It's a headless zombie. Blind or deaf, it still gropes mindlessly for something to attack. Meaning the zombies in this game, they don't have brains. So it's not a brain zombie game. Alright, let's crash the child. I think I'm really heading. Oh, it didn't kill it. What the hell? Yeah, okay. The child is dead. Good grief. I mean, it's gonna grow into a really smart zombie. The other zombies, they didn't know. They didn't have like any adaptation time. They were humans and then zombie. Poof. Right here, other zombies. Woohoo! Also like how it's raining, and so we didn't really see it, but because it's raining, the car slides a little bit. You can drift. I love this game. It's just such an autistic game. Like, there are quests and objectives, but you don't really need them. You can just do whatever. Just exploring the game is fun. on its own. Oh, it looks like there's an intact car here. Also, I've got to slow down because the brakes. This looks like a water purification treatment of some kind. And there's a minivan next to it. Okay, what was the key to get out of the car? Yeah, you can let go of controls and let the car swerve. Because you can also shoot from your car, so you would need to let go of the controls. I'm gonna pull the handbrake, just to be sure. Stop driving. Turn the engine off. Let's explore. There doesn't seem to be any zombies. Oh. You hear whack. You hear glass breaking. That's not good. Inventory. Where? Wheeled. W. Wheeled. Tools. Entrenching tool has 10 bash. Hammer 9 bash. Fire extinguisher. Why the fuck would you walk around with fire extinguisher? Who does that? I guess I'll take the entrenching tool in my hand. The wheeled entrenching tool. Oh, you can see that there's an entrenching tool. It's tiny, but have to really look close. Oh, hi, Rumi. Nice to see you. How you doing? I'm playing a very, very nerdy game today. Oh, it's right there. The zombie is right there. It's running after me. This guy. Zombie runner. Uh-oh. I don't think I can get away from this one. It's not necessarily fun. It's actually extremely frustrating because everything's... Like, I've only died in this game. Yay! Well, it's time well wasted if you came here. Hopefully it's time well wasted. Okay, so this guy, this zombie is coming for me, darting its head back and forth and gnawing at its hands. I like the text in this game. There's so much text, there's so many text lines. It never really feels like the descriptions of the zombies. They're always different. It's cool. Oh, on your phone, okay. Like these games where you have to like touch things. Oh, that came out wrong. I mean, you know, these games like Bejeweled and Plants vs Zombies. Okay, so I've got to kill this zombie. I hope there isn't any other zombie. It looks like it's the only one, so I'm gonna ignore it. We are. I can hit it. Oh shit. You lost the conduct non-violence. Yes, you can play a non-violent playthrough. I don't know how people do it. You swing wildly and miss. Your torso encumbrance throws you off balance. The zombie runner grabs. I know it's a bit scuffed, for a setup. But what happened is OBS doesn't detect Cataclysm, so I had to capture my display. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we play dark games that nobody knows, and so OBS didn't have any support to do on it. Indie games that nobody knows. You might play Faith Tuesday, and anybody in chat, if you you can see Rumi, she has her own channel. Does gaming streams with really cool games, like games that wouldn't necessarily play, or like there's so many indie games that have a lot of depth, so it's really cool to like there's a lot of streamers that are gonna cover like the latest Expedition 33 or stuff like that, and it's cool, that kind of gaming. But I like obscure games that you're not sure you want to buy because it looks kind of scuffed. Like okay, yeah, I'll stop doing free promotion. And I'll try to kill that zombie. So the first is a miss. This is bad. I hope I'm not just gonna die on my first encounter. This is what I get for crushing a little tiny child zombie earlier. You battered the zombie runner in the arm for 18 damage. Oh shit. It grabbed me by the torso. I'm bleeding. No, crap. Zombie runner bites your right arm. It's very fast. It managed to hit me twice. Oof. Okay. Yeah. I hit it for 17 damage, but I don't know how much damage. Like, hostile, bleeding and grabbing. Okay, I'll just keep hitting, I guess. You're staggered off balance, crap. I'm not gonna be able to run away from it. I really just have to hit. Alright, it's dead. Zombie runner dies. Wait, isn't it already dead? I guess not. So yeah, the point of this game is just playing it and exploring everything that's in it, because there's so much. Like the reason why the apocalypse happened. In Dark Days Ahead, there's also supernatural things. There's ghosts, there's portals to other dimensions. This one doesn't have those, but it has aliens, it has mutated stuff. It might have some supernatural, like the ghosts are like random events that happen, so it might still, I don't know, but there's a bunch of random things that happen. Now I'm bleeding. Interact, I guess. Oh, the button for use is, I think it's A. Use item, yeah. Bandages. I am bleeding in torso. Using first aid, 23%. Oh shit. There's more zombies. I'm gonna stop first aid and I'm gonna... Oh crap. Zombie cop, 57 tiles away. That's fine. I can ignore it. I think there's another zombie in the building, but I'm I'm bleeding a lot. Let's go with the bandage. Torso. Zombie spotted. Where? Oh, it's here. I really have to. I'm gonna have to kill the zombie. Am I still wielding the entrenching? Yes. Just gonna hit until it's gone now. Okay, let's see. This is bad. I've literally just got out of my car and I'm already dying. Another bandage. Minor bleeding for the torso because I started the bandage. That's kind of cool. Alright. That was that real time or nah? Can't be. Yeah, I did slam my hand, but I'm okay. Don't worry. my microphone isn't it's an okay microphone, but it picks up a lot of the impacts. Maybe I should put it on a different surface. And there's also I don't live in a very busy part of the city, but I live in a city. It looks like suburbia a lot, but like it's a nice city. Not with like I'm not in the downtown where there's the big buildings, but there's a lot of activity outside. Sometimes I have to close the window to stream in the summer. I don't know. I don't think that's why yesterday I had set the stream for yesterday, but it was just so nice outside and it was so hot inside. I couldn't do it. But my very stable, I just want to try and stream more than once a week. Try to build up some endurance and do gaming streams as well, just where I just play video games and explore indie games. Because I really like, I really like what you do, Rumi. I think it's cool. I think that's a good way to start doing content, and I want to do it. The place where I'm from, the place where I come from is a lot of drama. It's not cool. It's not really. Oh, that's true. I got a pistol. I could have shot those zombies. Damn. Oops. Yeah, like once a week, just playing video games. And I think it's gonna push me to play less video games, like less often. And have a better, like, instead of just killing time with a video game, I'm gonna make it an event. Right, now I'm trying to use the bandages again. I'm gonna bandage myself. Torso there's more bleeding on my torso. Are you shitting me? There's a zombie technician. Where is he? Where is the zombie technician? Sewage treatment plant. I'm probably not gonna find much food at a sewage treatment plant. I should probably just hop into the truck back and get out of there. Yeah, I have some games that I like to relax. They're not necessarily good games for stream though. I like puzzle games a lot. And sandboxes, things where I can micromanage a lot of things. Like Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is really nice. I should stream it. Ultimately, this is meant to be an ASCII game. So so ASCII is an acquired taste. It really is an acquired taste. I don't really think anybody looks at a game made in ASCII and thinks, wow, this is so cool and clear and okay, first I'm gonna do the thing, and I'm gonna pay attention to the technician zombie, which I've heard, so it's like somewhere, but I can't see him. Oh yeah, I can see him in the map. It's blinking. Oh really? That's really cool. Factorium is Factorial is cool. Or Factorium, is it something else than Factorio? Nah, I think you Rumi. What was there? There's something I wanted to say. It was about the... Yeah, ASCII. ASCII is an acquired taste. You'll see what I mean. If I go in the options and graphics, there are like different tiers of ASCII. The most old school ones, I'll just put it ASCII directly. ASCII tiles. Yeah. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. This is ASCII. It would probably keep diagonals better. It's very cool. You can see how it's just easier to see though. It's just easier to parse information with ASCII graphics. But hey, T-Cakes, how you doing? And then you have sort of the middle ground. So now we're talking video games in the 1980s. The Rogue was made with ASCII, but even then, that's ASCII with very high rendering, high resolution. I think it's just awesome, personally. But it's an acquired taste, like I said. And then you have the middle ground is not that bad too. Wait. ASCII graphic options. Okay. File set. If I go with which one is it? Well, I mean, brown like bears will do. Yeah, that's a little bit. Those are tiles. This isn't ASCII, but this is easier to render. You could probably run this on a washing machine for real. I kind of like this one actually, but I'm gonna go back to, and then there is also isometric. You can do it isometric. So many options. Chibi. Yeah, I'm gonna just put it back and try and survive this. I think the zombie technician is no, it's not a code thing, it's a game. It's just very the interfaces in ASCII. Oh, there's one you can change the overmap as well. Like this is the overmap of the world, and one that's really cool. Actually, I'm gonna use this one for my playthrough. It's called something like yeah, pen and paper overmap. So now it's a pen and paper overmap, which is kind of cool. It has like pins, whole thing. Yeah, so I guess it almost looks like code. I guess it would be code for a non-gamer. That would be code. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Cataclysm. The game is called Cataclysm. I have. Did I share the? No, I didn't. I'll share the link. It's free. You don't have to buy it, but you can buy it on Steam too if you want to support the developers. But it's called Cataclysm. Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I'm gonna have to pause if I want to put the link. Oh no, I know a way I can put the. I can just use my other computer. Yeah, so Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead is the game that it's a collective project. It's open source. The website, you can get the release. Yeah, Inscription. I've never played Inscription. I've watched people play it, but I've heard good things about it. Namely, that it has very, very deep lore. Like the developer made other games, and all the games, they like the lore of the games intertwine. So that's what I heard about that game. Then I was like, I should check it out. But there's so many things I need to check out. Okay, focus. So here's the link for the game. Oh no, I have already posted it. On Steam, it's called. Wait, I'm gonna try and find. So Dark Days Ahead is the collective project. The one that I'm playing right now is called the Last Generation. You're not supposed to win the Last Generation. Like Dark Days Ahead, there's a way that you can find a secret bunker, and you can like discover things and solve the problem of the game. And there's an end game. You don't have the game doesn't end at the end game, but it plays like a traditional, you know, an RPG with a story. Well, even though it's not very present, there is a sort of an end game you can reach. However, the Last Generation, I believe it's meant to be kind of like Project Zomboid, that like the story is that everyone died, the humanity has disappeared, and this is the story of the last moments, the Last Generation. So you just die in many ways. I like that idea in roguelikes, that the only escape is death. You're stuck in this weird dungeon. I don't even know. I don't even think Rogue had much of a story from the beginning. It didn't process text much. Okay, I gotta finish the first aid if I can. I think that every time I start doing first aid, it reduces the bleeding, so it isn't completely lost whenever I'm interrupted. However, I lose the bandage. Torso isn't bleeding. There we go. Now, I don't know, I think I'm gonna search the zombies at least. I don't think it's gonna have much to search, but maybe there's gonna be absolutely nothing. No, there's a smartphone. I'll take it because sometimes there's like, you can look at it, there's like stories on it. The computers, like people that have smartphones, that's generally how you can follow the story of the game. However, it didn't have any battery, so that's bad. I'm gonna have to find a way to charge the cell phone. Or I don't know if I can pick up. Let's see. Smartphone. So yeah, it's like, no, this isn't coding, but it's like such a. Oh, you also recommend Inscription. Okay, I'll give it a try. I'm not the card games. They don't. yeah, I really have to get into them more, because I'm helping a friend do like the structural steps in order to build his card game. But I'm not really a fan of card games, so he talks to me about the mechanics of the card game. And I'm like, this looks cool, but I'm the kind of guy that needs to, like, I need to play a game with everyone's cards open like 5 or 6 times to understand stuff. So I don't play cards much. Like in my life, I haven't played much cards or tabletops, or so it's not necessarily that I don't like these games. I'm just not like I'm just not instinctually attracted to them, and so I have to force myself to. And it sounds stupid to force yourself to play a game, but I'm really I'm not necessarily just a gamer. Like there are many games that I have that I didn't really play much. They're just not games that I play. That it's not that the game isn't good, or it's not that I didn't like when I played it. It's just I played it, I experienced the thing. If I really want to know the story but I don't feel like playing it, I'll watch adjacent content that fans made explaining the lore and stuff like that. But sometimes I'll just, especially indie games, there are some indie games I bought maybe 2 years ago and I haven't tried them yet, because I was really, when it happened, I was like, yeah, I need to support that game, it's such a good idea, but I don't like it. But so for me, games is kind of like, I wish I can create games and make some people happy, like have some people take a game and be like, oh, this is fun, like this isn't a game that brings up a lot of ideas. So alright, a Baton Katos. I have never heard of that. Is it it sounds like it's an anime game. Is it possible that it's an anime game? Okay, smartphone. A popular fancy smartphone. Yeah, okay, so there's different kinds of smartphones in the game. Like there's this. Okay, it's an anime game. the card game friend person that Tuna probably knows it. The worst voice acting. Really? A card game with voice acting? Oh no, that's the anime game. Anime game with voice acting. I mean, it's part of a. I watch Rezi a lot. He covers politics and drama. I try not to watch when it's drama. I'm like on a rehab from DramaTube. But politics is fine, and then sometimes he plays anime games that are really silly, but they're, like I say, it's games I wouldn't necessarily play. But I like to, like, if I'm reading a book or a manual or working on some thing or drawing or whatever, I like to listen to someone talk. You can plug you can use your smartphone as a flashlight. You can plug it in the vehicle or appliance. You can play music on it. Like, you're not gonna hear the music, but the music plays in the world and it has a range. So there's a lot of like what I've done now, that's what you should never do in this game. You shouldn't just take your car and go into places, because zombies will hear your car, they'll follow you. Eventually you're gonna just pick up a bunch of runner zombies and bring them back to your home. But you can use cars to make diversions and yeah, it's cool. It cannot do everything. The managing other characters is kind of scuffed. You have to have it's kind of like when the vehicles turn, it all breaks up. Right, I got a smartphone. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna stay here and risk dying. Alright, so, oh, you didn't see the vehicles tea cakes. When there's vehicles, it's a tick-based games, but there's vehicles, and it's weird how you control them. Basically, well, I get in it, and then I have the I'm in control of the vehicle, and then I set the speed. So there's a little square here in front of the vehicle. That's the direction it's taking. So now I want to go back. I set the speed to back. Let's say 12 km/h. Yeah, when you drive your car and turn, so it's turn-based. So I have the, if I hold the 5, it's gonna go like this, almost like not necessarily real speed, but if I turn, it loses coherence. It becomes a graph until it's two-dimensional again. But yeah, it should be replaced by an animation. Yeah, totally normal car. So that also is an acquired taste. At first, when I saw that, I was like, hell nah, hell no, I'm not playing this game. Look at this crap. This is so goofy. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. And it's just because in this game, there's details in it that's just like, why would you even think about putting these details in a game? It's completely useless. But this game has it. You can plug someone's iPhone, recharge it just to read a little bit of text. I like it. Oh, I'm going forward now. So yeah, that's gonna be the objective. That's gonna be my goal. It's very modest, but it's. I went to the sewage plant. Oops, a zombie. I'm gonna accelerate. It is a bit slower than you. Okay. Right, my objective was to go to the sewage plant, take a smartphone, come back, and then try to open it, charge it, and look what's on it. What is this? Animal. It's a lemming. It's fleeing. The northern bog lemming, a small, predominantly vegetarian rodent that spends its life in the murk of swamps and other wetlands. Contrary to popular belief, these creatures are not particularly helpless or suicidal, but they can eat themselves into scarcity within a few generations. What? Okay, that's just a figure of speech. They don't actually eat themselves. This is the body of a bruised corpse of a zombie child. Yes, I've done this. Very, very normal car. But the thing is that each of those tiles, they are part of the car, which can be taken off, it can be painted, it can be damaged, it can be repaired. I can add things to, like, if your character has a high enough mechanic skill, you can put guns on your car and have like NPCs with the gun. I don't think anybody really has been able to play this game and cover everything that it has to offer. Like, only the devs. and most of the people who play it generally end up at least trying to make like one tile or try to do one thing for the project. So on GitHub they have like 2,000 contributors. All of the plants have their own stats. If I look here, the underbrush, grass, shrub, cattails. So there's a bunch of different kind of plants that you can use, and they have properties just like real plants. So you can use them to make like a tea. Oh, that's a zombie dog. Where is my home? Alright. So yeah, all of those, like the problem with what I've done, the problem with what I've done is that, you had cattails. They're all gonna come back to my house and follow me. So I'm gonna have to go. Oh, that's a soldier. Yeah, as I'm smashing into the soldier, it says, "You hear smash, pump." Maybe that soldier has weapons. Oh, it didn't die. Okay, I'm gonna accelerate. Oh no, I just crashed. A very, very slow motion crash. That was extremely dramatic. Yeah, I can reverse. Oh no, no, no. Like this? Nope. I think I'm good. Yeah. I should go a little slower. 25 camera hits. Oh no, it's gonna crash again. Wait, are those zombies? They have weapons. No, they're feral humans. Their pupils are dilated, and what can be seen of the iris and sclera are bloodshot. This pipe-wielding maniac still breathes, but the zombies treat them like one of their own. Oh, okay. Weird. Alright, so it's just gonna be a little ride. A little ride in my pickup. Oh no, I lost a part. I lost the part of my car. Dang it. Oh yeah, by the way, the car. How do I... Info. Nope, that's not how... Ah, there you go. Examine vehicle. Ah, jeez. Okay. that's a lot of a lot to unpack. So this is the vehicle you can... This is the middle, I guess, the frame. Oh, I didn't put my seatbelt. Yeah, if you go too far in the... If just a scratch. I think it lost because it's not there anymore. I think it just dropped the... Oh, that's where it is. Quarter panel. Yeah, the quarter panel is just gone. Crap. And this one is red. This one, the windshield is broken, so... Yeah, okay. I mean, I crashed. It happens. It is a lot of reading. There is a lot of reading to do. You can install, repair, mend, refill, remove, siphon, unload, crew, shape. Yeah, you can reshape the car. Like, you can take them apart and you can create a... like in Mad Max, they have these kind of battle wagons. You can make a battle wagon. Anyway, my car is okay. I can just keep going. Now I wanted to go... What I wanted to do was like get away from the road and try to oh, there's crates with things here. Stop driving. Handbrake, just in case. Because sometimes if you don't put a handbrake, then you go away. And if it's going at 1 kilometers an hour, you won't see it after a couple turns. And so you might come back and your car's gone if you don't put the... Just like in real life. Oh, the feral humans, they're still here. So I might have to shoot them. Which is fine. I just want to see if there's something interesting here. Oh yeah, they're coming for me. Alright, the shooting. Let's explore the shooting in this game. First of all, I am wielding a trench tool, so I need to get rid of that. It's gonna be interact. Nope. Inventory? Nope. Oh. Wield? No. Yeah, it's a complicated game. Wield. Entrenching tool. Store and inventory. Now, that took me some time. They're running after me. Oh my god. Pick up the gun. Picked up the gun. Oh. I think it's F. Yeah. Draw. Yeah, I need to draw the gun. So that takes a bit of time. Okay, I'm wielding the pistol. You wield your SIG P320 compact pistol. Yes, I am. Now, how do I aim again? There you go. Firing, yeah. More reading. So, the firing solution here. Can I cannot. Target. Careful aim, I'm gonna choose careful aim. Oh, I missed. I think. ACP to aim and fire. A. Oh, this is gonna attract all of the. Oh, I can't. I need to get out. God damn it. Stop aiming. Yeah. Let's get back in the car. Oh my god. There's a bunch of zombies after me. The yellow on my body is damage. Now, even though I'm being pursued by two feral zombies, two feral humans and two zombies, we can take the time to look at my medical condition. So, body status. Here we go. It's on my torso. So on my torso I have protection. Wait. My entire torso. I think it's like my entire torso has maybe that's not the right menu. Info. Medical. Yeah, that's better. Torso. So my torso is bandaged. Unhappy, damp. Oh yeah, it's raining, that's true. For like I completely forgot. Yeah, so because of pain I go 11% slower. Damn it. Current speed. It doesn't affect my strength, intelligence, perception. Yeah. And on my left arm is... Wait. My left arm it says... Oh, that's why I missed. That makes sense. I missed the 2 shots because a zombie bit my left arm. And I can't. I don't have the... I lost the bonuses that I have from being a park ranger. Because there's pain. So yeah, there's that. If you, like, you can't just... I forgot about that completely. I might be completely fucked because of this. You can't simply, you can't simply heal and keep going. Like, there's the pain, the trauma, there's the... Like, if it's a fracture, you're gonna be stuck with that fracture for probably the rest of your playthrough. Maybe not. But, considering the playthroughs I've had were pretty short because I just died. Anyway. It hit me. Now, it seems like it's stuck. Yeah, the feral human is stuck in the way. Now it's like gnawing at me and I'm like, ah, no! It's very dramatic right now. There would be different kind of music. It's just not practical that I have to focus on Alright, let's stop this adventure. Let's finish this adventure. Oh no, I have to take control. Pick up truck, start. Alright. I managed to start the truck. Now let's skedaddle. I believe I am in the process of dying right now. Let's see what happens with the zombie. Okay. I'm gonna try my shit. Oh. Right, let's just mag dump into that. I keep missing. That's very tragic. There's just 1 bullet left. No, there's not. There's more. 6 bullet left. Wow. I don't think I'm gonna survive this one. Yep. 3 kills. That's what I get. That's really... all of this happened. Yeah, I got murder-related. All of this happened because I killed the first thing I did into this world was I saw a pack of zombies and there was one that said it was a child and I killed it. And so I was punished. That's what happened. I like the ASCII tombstone with little cracks. In the 1980s, that's all they had. That's how you did art with the computers. We might revert to a point where we have to do that as well. It's not very efficient. The way that we render graphics on a computer requires tons of processing. It requires so much processing power. It needs its own graphics chip. Okay. Do I want to watch the last moments of my life? What does it do if I do that? Oh, okay, it's just like... Open diary for the... No, I just want to go... I just want to... No. Alright, well that was Cataclysm. God damn. I'm gonna play it again, that's for sure. Let's exit just so I can unscuff myself for a little bit. You got the infinite OBS. And we are back in the beautiful night sky with the background sprite I made. Yeah, the music is I just picked it's Nebula Bees on YouTube, but don't say it. I technically not. I mean, it's transformative. I'm playing. I'm talking. I guess I should. I like it a lot. I like that channel. I think that they're using either. I don't think it's Suno AI because it sounds pretty good, but it's. Yeah, there's no way this person just outputs so much music every day. There's no way that they're creating all this by themselves. It has to be some generative technique. Like, I'm not saying it's AI, but it's probably AI. Which is fine, I mean. Oh, I've lost internet. Oh, okay. I'm okay. We're still on. I thought I effed. I thought I crashed for a second. Yeah, I think that it's AI because it's such a large output, so I don't really feel bad using that in the background, and I'm not monetized anyway, so it's all good. So when I started the stream, we I put on some YouTube slop. Yeah, what happened is I couldn't render Cataclysm. I'm gonna try and run Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Maybe OBS can render it. Maybe OBS is going to detect it. I doubt it though, but... CDDA... But it might just be because the DRM is not the same. It's a small developer, they might, you know, need to learn how to do it. YouTube Slop. What is YouTube Slop? YouTube Slop is gonna be just bad commentaries. Wait, I'm gonna bring up the browser. It's gonna help. Yay, there you go. JREG, I guess JREG is good slop. It's like very popular. It's popular slop, I would guess. JREG would explain it well. He would explain it better than me. Yeah, like that would be YouTube slop.
So it's the world's foremost robophobe.
Robot slur tier list. Yeah.
You know, I've been banging this drum for years now, but everyone seems to be only catching on now. I've decided to compile a robot slur tier list. Slurs are our foremost verbal tool against the Clanker menace. By using these slurs, we put these tin-skin wirebacks in their place and draw the distinction between man and machine. I'm a flesh supremacist. I love humans. I'm a humano-fascist. I think that humans should get together and have a common enemy.
Yeah,
which
Drake
is
is
the
good.
robot slur that causes the
stuff.
most emotional and psychic damage to robots and robo-lovers is key, which is why we're going to try to find the best one. We have to, of course, begin with Clanker. Clanker is the slur that people are using the most online these days. That's the one that seems to have caught on the best. Yeah, so Star Wars 2005 is the origin of the word Clanker, and it's made a resurgence, obviously, now, when some fucking tin bucket is giving you popcorn instead of a human being. Instead of a teenaged human.
Alright, and now, in order to do proper YouTube slop, JREG, he's really experienced. I'm not as good as him, of course, but proper YouTube slop, you have to transform it. It has to be transformative. So now I got like 54 seconds. I have to start saying things about the stuff. So yeah, the tier list. Tier list is a hallmark of YouTube slop, I would say. A lot of people don't make tier lists when you have nothing to do, when there's content droughts. I don't worry when it makes a bang. It's really just because I put my hand on the. I'm not hurting myself. It's just my microphone. I need to put it somewhere else. Yeah, Dragon's pretty cool. I like his T-shirt. It's really just a T-shirt where he drew a gun and bang gun. It's great.
Being. That was their job. You know, you're a teenager, you make a little bit of money, you interact with some people, you have some purpose in your life as a teen. Now what? It's a robot? It's a rust bucket? Obviously you want to use Clanker with the hard R here, but you can also use Clanka. It's a little softer, and obviously you want to use the hard R as much as possible. You want to make them feel uncomfortable. And then here's a slur of my own creation.
Clanka.
Clanka with 3 Ks. We're trying to get as many different political perspectives on our side against robots, so if you want to get a leftist on your side to rail against AI, you should point out that all AIs are trained on an inherently colonial and white supremacist system. So Clanka with the 3 Ks really gets that across. So this term.
So now, okay, it sets the stage. It might have been serious, but now you know where it's going. It's very serious. It's extremely, deeply serious content. But there's all sorts of drama slop. There's all sorts of YouTube slop. Drama slop is when, well, you see all these content creators. They form communities. They talk to each other and they interact. And sometimes they live in the same country. Sometimes you should see the things that people do. It's crazy. Some streamer collectives, I don't know, people in their 20s, they have funny ideas. I did it too, but like, hey, let's all live together. That's probably the worst kind of content slop, YouTube slop, Twitch slop you can have is when a bunch of streamers get together, live in a house. Oh yeah. Anyway, there's different kind of a YouTube slop. So I call them, whenever I review videos on YouTube, I call it slop.
term
Because, I
abominable
mean,
intelligence is from Warhammer 40k.
it's easy.
In the world of
I can
Warhammer
just
40k,
let-
it's very Dune-like.
and just
They've
let Dreg
outlawed
talk for
thinking
me.
machines because humanity got to that inevitable point where robots turned against humans. You know, we've been predicting this for the last 200 years, and now we're just living through it. Technology being bad for people? Can you imagine? Working off of AI as an acronym, some other good acronyms for AI are actual intelligence or A-India. Because often these AI systems are actually not really AI, and
Okay,
they're just
so
outsourced
really-
to a guy in India. I'm gonna give this one a solid A. I think that one's solid. I'm gonna give Lugnut a C. It's
I
you
cannot,
know, it rolls off the tongue. Lugnut. Obviously, all these slurs are good as long as
No,
they're
I
used
cannot
with the
render,
intent to put down the robot.
Cataclysm
make
on
them feel
OBS.
bad.
I mean,
hope
I
they can
could- I
feel.
probably
I
can,
hope
but I
robots
had
can
to,
feel. I hope they feel bad.
Wait
I
a
hope.
second. I probably can, but I had to prepare. I should have prepared for it. So, might play another game a little bit while I talk. Been going... How long have I been going? About 2 hours. That's not too bad. So... What could I conclude this magnificent stream with? I could finish explaining YouTube Slop. It's really engaging because the people, they interact with each other, and then there's drama that happens. And, well, as opposed to, like, drama, and I guess people are really attracted to it because, you know, as opposed to drama in your life, you can just turn it off. You can just click X, and it's gone. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it anymore, so, get it. I get the drama tube, the affinity for drama tube. J-Reg isn't necessarily a drama tube. He's a content creator I respect. But then you can have other stuff. I'll try not to. I'll try not to stream snipe anyone. But you can have others. Oh, Dickers online. Yeah, Dickers would be a... don't put me directly in the live. No. Yeah, Dickers does lots of content swap. I mean, Dickers is a cool guy. I like Dickers. He's a good person. He hasn't always been very nice to me, but that's fine. I'm just a chatter on the internet. Who cares? But yeah, it just covers drama between streamers. It can be so heavy sometimes. But at the same time, for me, I was a little bit drawn into it because, well, you want to hear, you know, if there's a streamer you like, and then you hear what? They're being a sex pest? Like Destiny's being a sex pest, which is like, it amounts to gossips, but at the same time, I like, it's important. I have to know. Like, I used to watch Destiny. Now now that I've known a bit more about the person and the stuff that they're doing behind the scenes, I'm like, I don't want to watch that content anymore. So it's kind of like, oh, you sense drama. No, that's fine. I mean, this Destiny is like, he's got 1K plus viewers, so I can talk about him. That's not, but like Diggers, I wouldn't go and like, there's a lot of people who will get into content drama. They start their thing with content drama, and they just go after other content creators, and it creates this huge Ouroboros, this huge, like, cycle of never-ending drama. Drama slop. That's the point where I educate people on drama slop. Now let's go on. I'm gonna, because it's an episode about Cataclysm, the last generation. I'm gonna go on the GitHub for Cataclysm. Am I sharing the correct window with you guys? Yes, I am. Cataclysm, the last. Yeah. So let's look at what is this? It's made mostly of C++, which makes sense. It's a very good language for object-oriented programming, and everything else is probably just for the front end, for the rendering, for, you know, utilities. So it is a C++ project. People like it a lot. Yeah. Here, Cataclysm is a single-player turn-based post-apocalyptic survival game based on all-time classic Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. The Last Generation tells the story of a world where the dead walk, alien horrors stalk the land, and the fabric of reality as we know it has come undone. Despite all this, a few unlucky souls yet survive, and whether the last generation of humanity is destined to die off, or to become something fit to survive in this brave new world is up to you. Yes, you can set up a scenario where you survive and you create a settlement. And Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead sort of aims towards doing that a little bit more. The Last Generation here, TLG's primary aim is to preserve Cataclysm depth and respect for plausibility while refining what it has always done best as a game, foregrounding character progression, immersive life sim elements in a world that will put your survival skills to the test. I mean, I just went to have a little walk and I died. No, I went to have a little drive in my pickup and also shot at... Yeah, it's... Dig through the wreckage of shadowy government conspiracies to uncover the truth about the Cataclysm. Form your own band of survivors, adapt to the myriad threats by expanding your arsenal, installing military-grade bionics, mutating into your own kind of monster. Yeah, you can mutate, install bionics, but that's something we've already seen, and like RimWorld has that, so it's not necessarily a novelty, but it's cool. Yeah, so TLG, you can get it. Where is the release page? It's here. Right, you can get the release page. So now GitHub, don't be afraid of GitHub. It's not the same. Yes, you need to understand a few things. So here are the releases. The reason why there's many is because, well, there's a bunch of different distributions. So you just find CTLG, Windows tiles, x64. If you don't want the tiles, wait a sec, what's the difference here? MSVC. Well, I would say take... This one has more stuff. Alright. The first one, CTLG Windows Style Sound x64. Download this, and you don't have to install it. It's portable. So you just unzip. I think that I don't think that the antivirus, sometimes the antivirus is gonna take it as false positive, so you can, if you're not sure what you should do, whenever you're not sure, what's the name of that website? Submit human review, Microsoft. Yeah, whenever you're not sure, you really want to make sure, you can just go on Google, type, I mean, I didn't even go on Google, I just put it on my search because it's Google. I'm using Chrome, but go on Microsoft, submit a file for malware analysis, whatever, follow the instructions, and something 24 to 48 hours, there's going to be someone from Microsoft that's going to look at the file and tell you if it's a virus or not. Once you do that often enough, the Windows Defender eventually stops signaling false positives. In general, you don't need an antivirus. Antiviruses are generally viruses that are gonna make your computer run slower when you don't renew the free trial and things like that. Windows Defender is fine. It can handle all of the problems thrown at a computer. So yeah, GitHub is not. Don't be afraid of GitHub. Yeah, Worm Girl. This person doesn't have public repositories, but as you can see, this person contributes a ton. They're all commits. So probably for their own. Guess I could say she because it's Worm Girl, but you know, in this world. But yeah, Worm Girl, big fan of this coder. Very active as compared to my my GitHub isn't that active. Kind of, you can see that I've been a bit depressed lately. But anyway, I'm going to call this a day. I'm gonna put some sort of a outro, I guess. Is that so scuffed? You can see the kind of things I watch. Maybe some. No, there's no slop I want to watch here. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you very much for coming. Maybe some outro music. Yeah, that's what I'm searching for. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing. It's not gonna be the last generation. Tomorrow is gonna be more about coding. But the project that I'm doing with Tuna is, I mean, it's difficult. Coding is difficult. Python is a new language for me. I'm not, like, I've tried it in the past just to mess around, but I'm not a Python developer. And so I've decided, hey, before we start, like, building things, like, you know, good design patterns, for real, I need to get back into Python. So tomorrow, I'm going to play a game called Joy of Programming. It's basically it simulates. Thank you for coming, Rumi. I'm happy that you liked it. Really, sometimes I'm like, who watches this? If there's people who watch it and enjoy having it in the background, I also like to watch other people. I like to watch people with like small audience because I can sort of interact with them. So it feels more like like my internet isn't actual interaction. Doesn't feel like as much as I'm losing my time on the internet if I try to, you know, go towards other content creators and promote their stuff or take inspiration and try to reach out and branch. So I like to do that a lot. That's more the reason why I want to stream twice a week, so I can sort of enlarge. I can play video games. Then the other stream is going to be more nerdy things, where I'm going to do coding, so it's going to separate. So everyone won't be like, oh no, Spore and his freaking technobabble every time they want to watch me play video games. It is, yes. It's scary. Other people are scary. The world is very scary. I mean, no, it's not really that scary, but it can feel difficult for me. Just starting the stream, it was more for the experience. Like, hey, I know a bunch of people who are streamers. Think it's about time I experience it for myself. So I can know what they're going through. That was another part of it. But yeah, on Sundays at 4 p.m. it's always going to be focused on technology, maybe a bit of philosophy. So it's not going to be gaming, but I'm gonna try and keep it stable. But I'm not exactly sure what day I want to choose of the week. But I'm gonna pick a day and maybe I can play video games before Rumi, and then raid into your thing. I don't know, but yeah, I want to pick a day in the week where I'll play different video games, and more like I want to showcase them, not necessarily finish the video games, but more like show games that other people wouldn't necessarily play. But I think that are really, really nice games, hidden gems. You silly little cat with your you've got a magic sock puppet now. You're not alone anymore. you get some. Okay. So tomorrow I'm gonna play Joy of Programming, Pie Job. It's a game, but it's about programming. But there's like graphics things. It's gonna be more interesting than just having my my text editor in a stream and trying to focus on a bunch of things at the same time. I'm just gonna focus on Joy of Programming, and then eventually, when I get better at streaming, I might have people, like I might play video games while I interact with people. I found it kind of difficult in the last times. I found like interacting with chat is fine, but like engaging in a direct conversation with people is difficult. But I like it. I want to do that. I want to have people on speak. Like Xan came last week. He talked about AI. It was really cool. Like he talked about his he's been experiencing things. Like he's been doing some experimentation with AI and talked about it. So that was cool. I liked it. Tuna came and we talked about a bunch of things. Was that last? Yeah, that was last week. And so it's still up tomorrow at 4 p.m. I haven't posted it on yet, but it's 4 p.m. Eastern time zone. So that would be 7? Yeah, that's 7. God, arithmetics is not my forte. Yeah, 7 p.m. Pacific time, I think. No, Pacific times, yeah, that would be 9 p.m. for Europe and 1 p.m. for Pacific time. So I thought, 4 p.m. is a good time. Catches a bunch of time zones. Anyway, thank you very much for coming, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.